Alright guys, back for another video finally. And between vacations that keep popping up and everything else, trying to get videos out on the whole Homelab has been interesting and trying to keep stuff moving. But as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff on the bench again. As always, I'm buying more stuff. Start off with the biggest thing right in front, I guess. 4 of these Menace forms. I think these are the Z83-F models. I managed to pick up 3 of these for like 120, 130 bucks. And the guy sent me a 4th one for free because he accidentally forgot to ship 2 of them. So I got 4 of them for the price of 3, and the price of 3 was already stupidly cheap. So I'm going to use these as remote desktops because I'm having a problem getting those working, at least wanting to work happily. So I'm going to use these as a bunch of remote desktops for computers all around the shop and everything. So that's the plan with those. I've got this Lenovo Think Center down here with the good old Pentium X in there. Can't really see the screen, there it is. So got that one for free from a job I was working on that used to run their security system. So they're just like, can you take it? We don't want it. I'm like, okay. So it's a free computer. I think it's got dual display port out. So the Menace forms, that's what their main I/O looks like. Power in, super speed USB, so USB probably 3.0 is what I'm guessing. HDMI, gigabit Ethernet, headphone audio, and then reset button. So all of them are the same. On the other side of them all, you have all your VGAs. So then on the Lenovo down here, you have your power in, which is their proprietary cable, display port, super speed USB, so USB 3.0 again, I'm guessing, another display port, and so it says DisplayPort++, so it must be one of the, I don't remember which revision is that, whatever they're calling it, but, and then USB 2.0, 3 of those ports. Looks like if there's a third, or 2 USB 2.0s, another USB 3.0 port, gigabit Ethernet, and Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So it's not a bad little computer. It's got a little bit of horsepower behind it. Has the exact same, basically, number of cores as the Menace forms do. So we'll see how it runs. I don't know what I'm going to use the Think Center for yet. I know what I plan with the Menace forms, at least 2 of them for now. Depends on how many different technical computers I want to run out there. But yeah, so to the left of them, we have some HP HBA cards, 3 of them. These are for the HP servers. I was going to tend to use the already built-in RAID controller cards and then just flash them over into, what is it, IT mode, so they're actually an HBA. The process to actually do that is a nightmare. Like, there's a lot of different little setup protocols you got to go through doing. You have to go through and get HP's executable file. You have to go through all the steps with HP to do that, and people are saying that they're having 50-50 luck with it anyways. Every once in a while it just chooses not to work. So I'm like, you know what? It's like 20 bucks, 25 bucks per card. I'm just going to go with the cards. So I've got 3 of them. So there's plenty to work with. And then behind there is a little bit longer cables. So 2 for the 8 drive one, and then 1 each for the 4 drive 3.5 inch one. Those 2 servers, because they only need 1 cable because they've only got 4 drives. So got all the cables to go in there, and these are actually HP cables for a different, I think they're for a different ProLiant server. I don't remember which one it was though. And they've got the 90 degree on one end, straight on the other, which is what I need to go into the back of these, just a straight. So yeah, and then for hard drives in there, at least for main boot drives that Proxmox is going to run off of, this is one I had laying around. It's a little oversized. It's a Micron 1100 2.5 inch drive. I don't know how well the camera's going to want to focus on that, but yeah, it doesn't really seem like it wants to. Oh well, at least for the screen on the camera. But this is a 1 terabyte SATA drive. The other 2 I just got pretty cheap. These are 512 gig SATA drives. Exact same drives, technical, just mine that I've had is a 1 terabyte. These are 512 gig because they're just running Proxmox. They're not running the actual virtual machines. The virtual machines, I plan on probably just running them off the actual main storage server and handling all the drives remotely. If not, I'll do probably something with Ceph across all the drives so they're as reliable as possible. That's to be determined. That's still a work in progress. But so plan is get all of that stuff, except for obviously the minis forms and the Think Center, put into the server rack. So, well, give me a minute and we'll go over there and start getting stuff put in. Alright, so I went ahead and did the first one on my own just to make sure I wasn't crazy and things would work. So, yeah. Over here, you can see, it's kind of hard to see, but over here is where the original one's plugged in. There's two SAS ports right here. And then, basically, the old SAS cables were these guys. So, 90 on one end, 90 on the others. And then they were different lengths because one came to the front connector, one came to the front left connector, one came to the front right. So the new cables are both the same length, so there's a little extra cable on the front right one now. So up in the front, you can see there's kind of some cable coiled up there. The front left one, there's not very much, it's just a little loop break right here. They come over, chase over where the other ones went to before, come into the new HBA, which is now situated right there. So, if I'm right in this endeavor, which, I mean, I'll never claim to be right, because, well, it makes things interesting, I guess you could say. But if I'm right in this endeavor, which other people say they've worked just fine, then, once I can figure out how to get a stable lid on a server, then we should be golden. So, slide this server back in, slide this one out, try to see the camera again because, well, the screen likes to turn off. Pop it open, and all I have to do is, you can see there's only one SAS cable in here, it's just one. Comes over here, move it out, take this, so untwist that, gently, slash not gently at the same time, pop it out because it's got multiple PCIe on there, so it makes it difficult. Only bad thing about putting this in is I'm getting rid of the by 16 slot that it has. At the same time, I don't plan on doing any sort of GPU or anything in these. If I want to do a GPU, I will actually put it in the storage server because the storage server actually has power for the GPU. So, what we gotta do is try to line it up, which first helps if you actually take out the block. I keep forgetting that they're in there. You gotta put it in there at a steep angle. Kind of falls if it wants to go into place. Click it in. So you can take the screw out and put it on this side to tighten it in place, but it gets basically locked in when you slide it in there. So I don't expect any really heavy vibration anyways. I'm not going to worry about it. So then just take it, get it lined up, push it into place, twist the little blue thing again and lock it in there. Grab the other one, and I will I'll put it down in the description what exact HBAs these are, because I'm really drawing a blank off the top of my head what they are, and then I'll put it in the description what cables these are. So if this all works, then you'll know. If it doesn't, then you'll know what not to buy. So push that stupid thing back in there, and I just take this cable. I mean, this one's probably not going to be the best shot for footage for you guys to see this, but don't really have a way of setting up an overhead camera, at least not yet. So you're right now situated on the holding bracket for the door of the server. So put that into there. And something to kind of hold those down. And technically speaking, that makes this server done. So what else you have to do is just put it on there, close it up, slide it in. Now I have only one more to go, but I won't bother you guys with doing that on camera, so I'll be back once that's done. Alright guys, well, everything seems to be working so far pretty good. So you can see that one is doing the spinny wheel because I don't know why this one does it once in a while, because it's just idle. But that's because I'm getting Proxmox installed on the first one. Just testing it out for now. We'll do a video of getting Proxmox installed on the other two. So these two are just kind of sitting here running, but this one's getting Proxmox installed. So then, yeah. In the next video, we'll worry about getting Proxmox installed and going from there. Eventually, we will finally get to the point of getting all the drives for these, because I need to get my main server emptied of all of its data and put onto here, because it's getting a lot to manage. I'm already getting ready to exceed 10 terabytes worth of just, well, movies and stuff. So, but yeah, she's coming along, screaming away, which was. She's going to do a lot, but yeah. Well, I'll catch you all in the next one, and have a good day.